Hello, Leo. Thank you so much for joining your monthly reading session. Today, we are going to do your November 2025 monthly energy check. If you are a sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign in Leo, this could be the reading for you. As usual, we're going to use Oracle of the Mythic Heroes and Oracle of the Celestial Deities. We're going to have a look at different areas in your life. All right. Now, are we ready, Leo? First of all, let's get 3 cards from Oracle of the Celestial Deities, right? Let's have a look at what is your current energy, what could be blocking you, and also what could be helping you during this period of time, all right? Thank you so much, Leo. First card, Vulcan. Hardworking. All right, this time, this is a period of time when we are, there's a need for us to be extra productive, okay? Vulcan is all about grinding through, okay? This sometimes a little bit like saying that we have to work hard first and later we will see the result, but patience is important. I think for a lot of Leo people, Vulcan, this card, right, showing up might not be, the easiest thing for you because Leo likes validation and approval. Leo energy likes to know that they're shining, right? But Vulcan energy usually tells you that the shining moment will be there, but it requires a lot of hard work first, right? Now, but let's continue. What could be blocking you here is Ceres. All right. Now, what could be helping you moving forward is Juno. Oh, wow. This is really interesting. Okay. So first of all, with Ceres energy, now there are different scenarios, Leo, because this is a general reading. I'm gonna give you different scenarios and take what resonates. First of all, Ceres' energy is talking about our health, right? Our physical vitality, right? Our nutrition, things like that. Sometimes when Ceres is blocking that, this could be about maybe you have a lot of things you want to do, but you might be battling some discomfort. This could be about maybe not feeling physically energized. Maybe you have some previously, afflicted physical conditions, sickness, and things like that. And that is why it's a little bit like when we are mentally wanting to do a lot of things, but our body is not really supporting us, right? We might feel tired, we might be feeling pain, right? Things like that. Now, the other thing about Ceres' energy, Ceres sometimes is talking about a mother or a family environment. So for some of you guys, I don't think this is going to be a lot of you guys, but this could be about maybe there are things that you want to achieve, you want to do, but because you are considering your family situation or maybe your mother's situation or your father's situation, something related to family stability that might become a little bit like a burden for you, right? Taking care of everyone, right? Meeting everyone's needs, and it's a little bit like that. Now, what is helping you is Juno, this card on top. Now, there are 2 layers of meaning there from what I'm seeing as a combination of these 3 cards. First of all, Juno is representing a sort of like an important woman in your life. Now, generally speaking, Juno is a partner, is a wife, right? Sometimes, of course, Juno could also be about a mother energy because you got Vulcan in the first house, and Juno is the mother of Vulcan. Now, you can see there is the mother image that is blocking you. There could also be the mother image that is helping you. So what does that mean? Okay. Now, of course, this is a general reading. This could be about for some of you, dealing with your mother could be beneficial, or for some of you guys, you need to stay away from your early childhood family environment. However, the more important meaning that I'm seeing here is that maybe at this moment for a lot of Leos, you are not really seeing the final result yet. All right, you're not seeing the so-called the harvest of your hard labor yet. But in Vulcan and Juno's relationship, when you are, let's put it this way, Vulcan struggled a lot when it comes to getting validated and loved and appreciated by his mother. But by the end of the story, they actually had a very happy reunion. Juno finally recognized Vulcan's talent, and she actually even hired him as her jewelry maker, right? Because Vulcan is very talented, even though maybe deep down from Juno's perspective, he was not really the so-called the perfect son. Let's put it this way, right? So when it comes to this kind of energy, right, what I really want you guys to know is that sometimes we all have this perfect image about how we should be loved by a parent or how we should be loved by someone. okay, in your life. But maybe that's not necessarily always the case. However, this month, what I really want you to do is to believe in the so-called harvest and to believe in the validation that you deserve, right? Sometimes they are not really immediate, but they will come to you, okay? So it requires a lot of hard work. It requires a lot of time and consistency in creating beautiful things in your life. Now, we're going to pull a little bit more cards, right, to see the details, all right? Your communication, your interaction with the people around you. We're going to have a look at your work as well as your love and relationship. Thank you, universe, for our Leos, all right? What can they do? What can they do? All right, thank you so much, universe. First card, your communication, all right? We have got the Seven of Cups. This card usually is telling you that during this month, you need to be extra clear about what you want, what you don't want, as well as how you want to communicate with the people around you. Sometimes, when we are communicating in a very vague, wishy-washy way, we might be thinking, right, it's a protection for us or it's a protection for other people, right? We're not being clear, we're being evasive and things like that. But Seven of Cups usually tells you that eventually it's going to lead to further confusion and misunderstanding. This month, we need to be very, very clear about be authentic, right, with your speech. Be authentic with your communication, right? Now, because in this specific deck, right, we're seeing Aphrodite pointing at Seven Cups, right, towards Psyche. This could also be talking about we are given, right, different options and different challenges, and we do have to clear them. We do have to move forward. And so this Seven of Cups sometimes is also talking about different things maybe we have to do, we have to clear, we have to accomplish, right, in our life in order for us to reach the goal. So it's a little bit like how Vulcan is trying to get the validation from his own mother. Now, let's have a look at your career to get further information about this, okay? We got Seven of Cups, and then we have got for your work, Eight of Wands. Wow. Eight of Wands energy is beautiful for work because this is talking about speed, things speeding up, messages coming in, communication coming in. But again, paired up with Seven of Cups, I want you guys, Leos, to do is to be as clear as you can. Try not to feel like, oh, maybe if I'm being too clear, does that mean I'm being rude? Do people think I'm too, this or too much about that? Eight of Wands is fast communication, but Seven of Cups tells you that if you're not careful, that could lead to misunderstanding, right? So it seems like there's going to be a lot of things happening with work in this month for you. Clients inquiries, right? Communication with clients, with your colleagues. But Seven of Cups, again, is telling you to be very, very clear, okay? To be very, very spot on, right? When it comes to what you want and what you need. Now, the other thing about the Eight of Wands could also be talking about travel, okay? Physical travel. For some of you guys, in the month of November, you might even need to, right, leave your office, right, go somewhere else. Literally, this could be about you travel overseas, you travel to a different city. And for those of you who are working in the same city all the time, this could even be about maybe some kind of work thing that require you literally just to get out of your office from time to time. All right, because on top we got Juno. Juno is also the goddess of sky, actually. So she is also representing travel, right, expansion energy anyway. All right, now let's have a look at your love life, Leo. What's happening with you? All right, now we have got the Five of Wands. Now, if you are single, okay, my beautiful Leos, a Five of Wands sometimes could be saying that too many chefs will ruin the soup. So what does that mean? It could mean that maybe you're a little bit distracted by a lot of things, okay, during this period of time. Maybe when it comes to dating, you're not really focusing on the right person, or maybe you're very scattered, right, when it comes to love. Sometimes the Five of Wands could also just be talking about you really needing to know that your love life actually has a lot to do with your career achievement. Okay, this is not for everyone, maybe, but for some of the Leos here, the reason is because what I'm seeing on the card is Jason and Medea forming a beautiful team as a couple, and they're battling a dragon. Okay, this is a beautiful partnership. And remember, you got Juno on top showing up, right, as what is helping you at the third card, which is also partnership, because Juno is also the goddess of marriage. So what I'm seeing here is that when it comes to love and relationships, maybe this is saying that deep down, if things have not worked out for you yet, this is saying that the right partner for you needs to be someone who has some kind of career connection with you. So this is not just about, oh, I think you're cute, you think I'm cute, so we're together. This is saying that your romantic partner needs to be someone who somehow they can help you build your career, enhance your career, right? Or maybe even collaborate with you on business as well. Now, the other thing about Five of Wands is that if you are already partnered up with someone, now, of course, if you're working together on some project, I think that's going to be great. But if you're already married to someone and you are not really having any type of, for example, work, career, project relationship with this partner, Five of Wands could just be simply talking about the energy right now within your relationship could be a little bit rattling, right? So avoid conflict, avoid sort of like competition, sort of like almost like me versus you rather than we're on the same side. So make sure that your communication, again, is always clear, right? Avoid any type of a misunderstanding between you and your partner, all right? By the way, for some of you guys, if you're thinking about a love relationship, this could be the months when you're even traveling with your partner, okay? Because on the Eight of Wands card, we're seeing two dolphins swimming together, right? And with Five of Wands, we're seeing Jason and Medea battling a dragon together. So this could also be saying that maybe travel overseas, right? Energy going somewhere else could also contribute to your romantic relationship, right? Very nice. Now, let's pull a little bit more cards, all right, from Citadel Oracle. Let's see what's the advice, right, for our Leos in the month of November. Thank you. The past list. Difficult decisions and lack of direction. This is very much about that Seven of Cups energy, okay? Look, this card usually tells you that if you are trying kind of like bang your head towards something, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work, it doesn't work, it doesn't work again. This card usually tells you that maybe you need to find a new direction. So for example, when it comes to love and relationship, if you have been sort of like barking off the same tree for too long and they never really give you, right, the love and appreciation you want, maybe this is saying that you need to date someone else. Now, if this is about a specific person that you're trying to sort of like, feel validated and loved for a long time and they don't really give you that, maybe this is time for you to be very clear with your communication about why and how, what you want from this person and how you want to improve this relationship if that's also what they want. So this is a little bit like saying that maybe if you have been sort of like down in the same path for too long, but it never worked out for you, can we look at the options of other situations? But before that, definitely be clear with the communication and understand why and how. All right. One more card, right? Let's pull a card from Oracle of the Mythic Heroes. Ooh, one card jumped out. This is funny. You got Helen's sexuality. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you what this card means when it comes to our spiritual studies. Okay. Now, of course, the Helen sexuality could be talking about, your sexual life, right? Your sexual interaction with someone, but deeper than that, Helen, this card deep down is talking about how you want to love yourself. Because Helen is the most beautiful woman in the world. She was married to Menelaus, right? The king of Sparta. And later she just ran away, right? With Paris, a prince from Troy. And she lived happily, right? With both men, right? In her younger years. And then when Troy was conquered by the Greeks, she went back to Menelaus happily because she knew she was beautiful, because she knew that she was able to conquer any man's heart. Sometimes when you got Helen, right, sexuality, it is almost like asking you, do you know your true value? Have you brought back your confidence in you? Do you know that you're sexy? Do you know that you're attractive? Do you know that you have the ability to attract the people that you love? Right? So again, when it comes to love or any type of love, to be honest, this doesn't have to be about a romantic connection. Of course, for a lot of Leos, this could be about a romantic connection, but sometimes this card is asking you to really understand and find the beauty and the sexiness in you. Thank you so much, Leo. This is a very quick reading for you in the month of November. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. And I'll see you very soon in the next video session. See you next time. Bye.